It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Eagles and the Lions, and it's coming up next.
First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today it's the opener. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from Ford Field. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now for the first time we get to see this Philadelphia offense led out by their dual-threat quarterback now in his third season, Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts got the green light as a starter from the Philly organization and took really good steps as the next in line of mobile quarterbacks in the city, following names like Michael Vick, Donovan McNabb, and Randall Cunningham. He led the team in all quarterbacks in the NFL in rushing, and he took Philadelphia to the postseason while throwing for over 3,000 yards.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
There's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Oh, what a move. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
I think that's about as good a 3-yard run as you're going to see. And he actually did a little bit of flair, didn't he?
Third play in this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Hurts. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Aaron Siposs on to punt as he'll get this one away now. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. Taken from just outside the 30. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Lions will take over. Detroit gets set to go on offense, and it will be the 7th-year pro out of Cal, Jared Goff, leading the attack in his 2nd season as a Lion. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery, and he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
That's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. The first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Montgomery back to the ground. Bulldozes past him. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Montgomery is into the end zone. Touchdown Lions. So both sides of the football contributing here early. Their defense forces the punt, and then the offense takes it down the field and punches it in on a short touchdown run.
And Brandon, that's good complementary football, and that's what they're going to need if they want to get out of here victorious.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now as they line up and kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They'd love to just strike down a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after this game on the score.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They certainly didn't like what he saw from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Take it at the 37. Runs over it. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. The cross throw complete there to St. Brown. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. They'll run on 1st down. It's Gibbs. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Touchdown, Detroit! Amon-Ra St. Brown, 34 yards. And the Lions have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Hurts throw taken in by Watkins here. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing is Hurts. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Taken in at the 22. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them. Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation. That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. Boston Scott deep for Philadelphia.
The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
From the 27, Hurts. It's caught on the right side at Smith. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here comes Swift.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. 14-0 to score. This is the NFL. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming. On the move to his left. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
We always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Swift going to try up the middle.
And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker. 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
This is taken at the 15.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. We'll remind you that coming up tonight, the first Sunday nighter of the new season. And how about this for a matchup? The Buccaneers and the Cowboys from Dallas, 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday night, just one game here in week 1 this year. And it'll pit the Broncos and Seahawks as Russell Wilson makes his Bronco debut. And, of course, where is it? Seattle. Coincidence? We'll let you decide.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game. And he's got a 1st down as well.
I'm Amon-Ra St. Brown set a Lions rookie record with 912 receiving yards, and over 60% of those came in the final 6 games of the season. He got better and better as the campaign rolled on. And when they went to him like he was their top receiver, he produced like it as well. And he certainly earned that spot here in his second year, and he gets a first down for Detroit. Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Goff now looks to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 45-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Play action. It's gone. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Brandon Graham applied the heat off the edge. Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Throwing on 2nd and long. Goff. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 24-yard line. That'll put him over 100 yards receiving now here in this first half of action. This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. To throw on 2nd and 6. Goff. And in for the Lions touchdown. Jamison Williams with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Lions are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Badgley up and good. And it's now 21-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be a possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Here's Hurts to throw. It's a loss of 14 that time. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and very long. Well, a tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
Let's take it inside his own 40. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards.
Amon-Ra St. Brown and the rest of the Detroit Lions getting set for another series here.
Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
From the 31, Goff. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
46 yards on the ground for him so far.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
2nd and 1 from the 2.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On third down, they go Montgomery. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Badgley able to punch this one through. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So everything else has gotten right in this first half. Kind of thought it was going to work for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me at a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Hurts. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I want to put it on Smokey and the Bandit Larry. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Hurts.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown. Badgley on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. Looking to throw again on second down. Hurts. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. This time they stay on the ground. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Aaron Sipas now. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down. It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Lions offense now with the football first here to begin quarter number 3. Off in this Lions offense, set for a 1st and 10. At their own 17-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Goff. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
On second down now, it's Gibbs. 47 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Running with Montgomery from the pistol. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd down, it's Gibbs, and he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Gibbs. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And maybe a little over-pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
On 2nd down now, it's Gibbs. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
And now they'll take a knee here. And my partner now is speechless, and so am I. Back at the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. And surprisingly, they take a knee. I have no idea why they would take a knee, but they take a knee. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? And down to a knee. Well, that's one option. Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Badgley able to knock this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the end.
Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. From the 29, Hurts. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double and pick up 6. Hurts sets up to throw it. Looking for and finding Arnold once again. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They're going to look to throw. They'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. To throw again on second down. Hurts.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops from one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Back to throw again. He'll get this off to Swift. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further. As they get him down well short of the line to gain. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the fourth quarter. And now, oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
You and I have been around teams, and they all have goals for games, don't they? And every team we've ever talked to says what?
No turnover.
Don't turn the ball over. 0. And they were that close to getting it done. Won't cost them today, but they'll hate that. Tape.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
Previous play is under review.
And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play,
so that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. This time, good ball security and a good result. 1st and 10. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
On 1st down, Gibbs taken down at the 42.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Running left, Montgomery. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. That'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down with a nice little gain. From the 24, Hurts over the middle to Smith. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before they close out the ballgame.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last, and make it a successful one in some small way.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Hurts. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It was a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. How good has this defense been, seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And this one will not get there. Toss to the left anyway. It's no good, and they will remain well behind. But a tough day for this offense continues. One of their best chances to get on the scoreboard there, couldn't do it.
Yeah, it's not looking like it's going to happen for them today, does it? I mean, opportunity after opportunity, play after play has gone against them the entire game. They probably feel a little bit like Schlep Rock, got that black cloud over their heads.
They run with a veteran of 8 years now. It's Melvin Gordon. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. And this is a guy who's going to get some carries going forward. Picked up as a free agent just this past week.
How about fresh legs, right? We always talk about bringing a guy in, provides that spark, and maybe a little bit of extra energy.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap, because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
This is Melvin Gordon. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. That one goes for 8 yards. Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play, and the other one, obviously, not ready at all?
Well, I mean, I obviously don't have an